Thank you so much. Why do they show? I won't be acknowledging gifts. But our first guest is a is well, they're all friends of mine, but this one I've known for a little while. I would call him a very what's the word? A very cool kid, Christian. Give it up for Christian.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Christian?
Hi. Wow, I'm good. I mean, it's been a day and a half.
Um, can you turn your volume up just a little bit?
I mean, my volume's as loud as it can go. Can you turn your volume up?
Let's. Are we good?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, you were quiet, so um,
You can't turn the mic down.
so how are you today, Christian? You a little nervous?
My day
Nervous?
started out with me getting banned this morning.
You're what?
I got banned this morning for driving in my room. Mimi thought I was driving, so I got banned for an hour.
So let me get this straight. You were banned for driving while you
From
were in
this
your room.
from this seat, yeah, 100%.
Like this is because this year you're streaming stuff, right?
Well, this
How
morning I changed it
interesting.
up. I have a tree now. I have a Christmas tree, but I still was not driving in my room.
What a eventful morning, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Um, for everyone that doesn't know who you are, who is Christian? Who is
Like
Christian?
me. Who else would that be?
Who are you though?
I mean, I'm a lot of things, but a streamer is one of them.
Who is Christian?
I don't know. I'm just
A
a guy that
streamer.
wants to see all his friends and family and spends time with you guys. Goes to work during the day. Well, not anymore because I got laid off. But
You got
my
laid off.
lifeguard. Yeah, my pool closed on Tuesday, so currently don't have a job. Just
All
hanging out on
right.
here time playing Fortnite. Play Fortnite when I'm not on live.
All right. So, former lifeguard. Where you from?
I born and raised in Missouri. I lived here all 25 years of my life. Don't travel often, but I do like to travel when I do.
Uh huh. I heard.
I play
I heard you
Fortnite.
went to an event like this sometime this year or something.
What?
Huh?
What do you say?
I said I heard you went to an event.
Are you talking about playlist?
Yeah, I heard you went to playlist. How was that like?
I did. It was an experience that I wish I'd gone to this year, but as of right now, obviously most of us know that playlist has been postponed because of COVID. But I mean, honestly, it was probably the one of the best things I've ever done. It's in playlist or it's in Florida. Um, I met pretty much any person on this app that's well known. Met pretty much all of them. It was a blast. I didn't. It's not as expensive as you guys think it would be, but it's also a chance that I met a bunch of my friends that I'd never been able to meet before.
Hmm.
So it was definitely a thing that I would recommend when it does come back into play. And my sister stole my room while I was down there, so now I'm in her room.
What are some memorable memorable memories? That was hard to say when you was there.
I got drunk at a Top Edge party. I met Jules, the teacher who kept or Top Edge Jules. Me and her ate a bag of Doritos together while we were totally drunk. So that was probably one of my favorite moments. And then about 20 minutes later, I tripped or I rolled my ankle on a curb getting into a car. Got picked up because everybody was mad at me, and they threw me in the car. So that happened. It was a blast. I couldn't remember it the next day. All I knew that my ankle was hurting. I remember falling on the ground, but like it was, yeah.
So so
And
you
then I
got black
made the
got
promise
drunk.
not to drink the next day, and I fucking did it again.
Only you, Christian. You
Probably.
heard it here first. Emojipedia. He breaks promises and he breaks angles when he's
Yeah,
drunk.
pretty much. It was a rough weekend, but it was one of my best weekends I've ever like everything I've ever done, and a heartbreaker. You're
Uh,
right. You
we can talk about anything you want to. But one thing I want to talk about um, is your family, your support system. If you have a very because as we know, Christian likes to take breaks because of work. Work
yeah,
gets busy, so he takes breaks, and he still comes back and he still has his people. So,
I do.
what's your experiences on the staff of that?
So my biggest support system right now is my sister, which is in the comments. My girlfriend, she goes by Sunny on here, and Red Headed Sexy and Cam. Cam's family, all her people, basically, I feel like a part of their family as well. I've just got to know most of them within the last 2-3 weeks, and I feel like I freaking love all of them. Like I wouldn't trade any of them for anything. Um, I'm not. I mean, I love the diamonds, but I love the talking and the hanging out a lot more than the gifts. So like, you don't
Hmm.
have to gift me to be my friend. You guys can just come and hang out, and even just saying good morning or hi. That means a lot to me. And oh yeah, I also play Among Us a lot, and you know that very well because you played with us a few times.
Hmm.
And you always get mad at me because I always suss you right away, and it ends up being you anyway.
There was a couple times it was me or something, There's a
You
lot of
usually
times
don't
that wasn't me.
play him. Exactly, Brandon.
Um,
Thank you, Bob.
but you know,
But
so
what?
you're a gamer.
I
You're a
am.
former lifeguard. You have you have quite a lot of friends that you are off and off the app. What else is to know about Christian?
So you guys see this? I think it's like right here, this emoji right here, this orangutan. So we're gonna get into real quick how that actually started.
Okay, we can get
So
into that.
somebody in this live right here, I think he's hiding behind me, actually gave me this emoji. I did a name change battle with Krisky one Monday night for a name change battle. We lost. It was close, but they got to choose my name for I think it was like a week. And so the name that they chose was Cheeto and a Speedo. I kept that name for a week, and pretty much I across the app got known as Cheeto and a Speedo because I had orange hair at the time.
Hmm.
Emojis is like, oh, you have orange hair. You know what you should do? I used to have the blue heart. He's like, you should change your emoji because a lot of people use the blue heart. I go, all right, let's open suggestions for the next couple of days. I like put in my captions like looking for a new emoji, any ideas? Emojis came in one day, goes the orangutan. I go, the what? He's like, I don't see that. He's like, I've never seen anybody use it. And I was like, honestly, neither have I. For the first couple of days, people thought that it was the orange poop emoji. They were like, why do you have orange poop in your name? I go, wait, what? And there was a couple of times I was convinced because it does look like orange poop. And so eventually, like, people caught on that it was like an orangutan. And I've only ever seen one other person with the orangutan emoji, and it was within the last 2 or 3 weeks. So my emoji is due to this dude right here, emojis, because he knows everything about emojis.
That's something I do. Something I do. I
Yeah,
I suggest emojis.
it is.
Um, especially when you have basic emojis like a purple heart or something.
I don't know, dude. Do you know everything about the new emojis?
Well, I can't see them, so it doesn't matter.
You can't see that one.
No, I can't. I can't. To be honest, I can't even see yours.
You can't even see the orangutan. You have an Android, don't you?
Yeah, I do. We're living that broke boy life, but you know.
I dropped the ninja emoji, by the way.
Uh-huh. Um. So what else we haven't talked about? We've talked about the movie. We've talked about sports system. Um. New game. What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Do you have any questions? Did the viewers have any questions? I don't know. Anybody that hangs out with me knows that my favorite food is pizza, and I eat it like 6 times a week. I mean, how tall are you? I am
Oh,
5'8".
wait. So you're.
Why am I sus? Because that's just who I am. I don't believe you. I'm gonna go
Uh,
stand in a door frame.
so um,
I
how long
am.
you been on this app for?
So I was actually started on the app when it was my yearbook. I took like a 3 year break, came back. Um, I started back on the app about 3 years ago as just a supporter. I never went. I went live maybe once or twice a year. Then somebody convinced me to do it, Mr. Wiggles. He convinced me to start going live. So I made it my New Year's resolution last year to start streaming. I started streaming December 30th of 2019, and I haven't streamed every day, but I do stream a couple times a week. It just depends on my work schedule. I take a couple weeks off during the summer just because being a lifeguard is draining, being out in the sun all day. So I took a little bit of break during the summer, but as soon as summer ended, I started streaming pretty much every day again. I love this app. It causes a lot of drama, but I keep coming back because I love all my people, friends, family. Like they keep me sane.
We can talk about any of those things um, more in detail if you want.
Which part are you
Um, so you said that your friends keeping sane. Elaborate on that.
So like they just keep. I mean, like being in quarantine. I'm not even in quarantine, but just not being able to go to a lot of places. You'd go crazy sitting here and just thinking about doing nothing all the time. Even if I just played Fortnite for 12 hours a day and they slept for the other 12, you kind of go crazy about what you do. But just getting on here, learning about my people, meeting new people, learning what they like to do, learning how their day or like talking about how their day went. Um, talking about. I mean, if you hang out with me, you guys know that I love to talk about food. So I always ask, what's for breakfast? What's for lunch? What's for dinner? What do you guys plans for the weekend? Just like any little conversation. Yeah, I mean, I love food. I will take any chance to make a conversation about food. Even if I just ate, I'm always hungry. I eat every hour on the hour. I just recently got addicted to coffee. That's something new. About 3 weeks ago, started working all 5 a.m. So I got addicted to coffee.
So what was it like, or what is it like being like a lifeguard? What are your responsibilities?
So a lot of people think that it's a really boring job just sitting there and watching the water, and it is. You have to keep yourself focused. Like it is very easily to drift off, like in your mind. But as a manager, I've learned to like I run through situations in my head while I'm on stand. Like what would happen if this person just started drowning, or this person fell, and because I have a lot of old people when I work. Like what would happen if this lady fell walking to the pool, or I think about like future things, like what needs to get done. I actually talk to the patrons a lot. That helps it go by really quick as well. So I just will talk to the patrons, and there's sometimes I've even talked to patrons out of working out because we talk so much. People love me because they like to not work out, and I give them that opportunity.
Um, there's always this a lot of assumptions about lifeguards. Can we can break some of those? Like is
I'm
the
sure
like the
that
typical
they're just
like
there to
dive
entertain.
into the water, like dive into the water, save this beautiful girl or beautiful guy, and then give them
But
mouth to mouth.
So you're talking? Are you talking about the scene from Sandlot? The
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, hi babe. That's actually my girlfriend right there, Sunny. She's fucking amazing. One of my biggest supporters. But Eric Kirby, hello. But no, we don't just do it to save the ladies. We do it most of the time. My pool is 3 foot 6 inches. You can get hurt very easily, but yeah, it's most of my things that I have to deal with are cuts, bee stings, and um, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I don't have to
So,
jump in and save old people unless they're like they trip, fall, and just can't get back up, which does happen.
so no CPR.
I mean, we're trained on it, but the odds of having, I mean, at least in my pool, our guards are so observant and actually watch everything that's going on that I mean, we shouldn't have to get that far. I mean, but there obviously is everything you can't save. Like, you can't stop somebody from having a sudden cardiac arrest or a heart attack. That's just not or preventable for us. We can prevent kids from going too deep. We can prevent kids from running and falling. And then Beth said it. Another thing that we deal with a lot: throw up and poop, bro. At least once or twice a
Mm,
week, we have to clean that shit out of the pool.
mm.
It's. I mean, it honestly doesn't even bother me anymore. But oh, I've fallen and I can't get up. I've had that actually happen.
Have you ever had like a lost kid or
Yeah, we have that. It's not too
like
often.
parents?
It's nothing like serious. Usually, it's the parents in the bathroom and the kid walks off. Actually, another interesting thing that I do, I just had an interview for it on Wednesday. Is I teach lifeguards to be lifeguards. So I'm a lifeguard instructor. So I go out during the spring and the summer, and I teach lifeguard classes. Basically, everything you would need to learn to be a lifeguard. My sister used to do it when she still worked for us. We used to go out and teach lifeguards how to be lifeguards, and we'd have to certify them and everything. So we're getting ready to start that season back up. But that is something I very much enjoy is teaching lifeguards. I quit that
So you
shit.
love teaching. Like what's
Yes,
it?
but no. I just had that conversation. I don't like teaching school stuff. I was actually going to school to be a teacher, but a lot of things went down when tried to get stuff set up, and it very much changed my opinion on it. So now I next fall am going to try to get set up for EMT school to be an like a paramedic
EMT.
stuff like
That's a very honorable um, job
that.
path.
It sucks. It's a hard job, but people have to do it. I did that shit. You want to quit that shit? As you can tell, Beth is a quitter. So
Yeah. One thing that I always end with is I like to leave the floor open for the guests with advice for anyone starting off new, any advice for me, any advice in your any last words.
advice from me:
Yeah, any advice for you.
don't stop being you, because all of you are fucking amazing. Even if I don't know you, you're all special in your own way. You may not lick windows and wear helmets, but you're special in your own way. Thank you for.
You heard it here first. You don't want to look windows nor helmets to be special in Christian's eyes. Appreciate you being on the show, Christian.
Thank you for having me, buddy.
That was Christian. Give it up for Christian. What? We can't have music? All right, all right. I didn't know that. Didn't know that. Yeah. Um. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Our next guest, if we did have music, the music I would be playing is even though her hair isn't red, she still is that girl on fire.
Redheaded anymore. Hi
So
guys.
how are you? Are you nervous? You said shaking
I'm
like a rattlesnake.
always nervous. I always got high running anxiety, high functioning anxiety. Thank you, Dee Dee. So
So how are you? How's life and things?
oh, I'm much better now that I'm not, dying of COVID.
Yeah,
Much better, which is good. I actually went out for the first time today, so it was really nice to be back out in the real world.
you breath air.
Fresh air, the freshest, so fresh.
Um, so for people who don't know who you are, who is Cam?
Cam is a long time streamer. I've been on this app for about 4 years now. This is my third or fourth different account. But honestly, I'm just here for the connections, the people that I meet, the relationships I build. Like, I pride myself on the people I surround myself with. So I've always made it a very safe place to be when it comes to my live streams and like open honesty and things like that. So I don't know. I guess Cam's just a goofy, lovable human being at times.
Um, you hit a lot of topics there.
She's a
I
camper.
think you know people are just drawn to you as a person, but
I
but
feel like
who?
sometimes, yes. I create a very inviting atmosphere. I love when new people come in and they're like, yo, we just saw you on the new and we figured we'd stop in, and they're coming back months later because of the atmosphere I've kind of built surrounding my stream.
And what is my question for you is that how do other people create that same atmosphere?
How do other people create that? Honestly, be involved in your stream. Don't be stuck in your device. Don't be completely mindless when it comes to reading comments. Try to make sure that everyone kind of feels included in building your stream. Like, we play games, we play trivia for music. Like, I make sure that my people are always constantly involved in what I'm doing and what I'm promoting as a streamer. So I feel like that's a number one thing that you need to do as a streamer, is make sure that your audience is as much engaged as you are in what you're
Yeah, great advice. One thing I think that people also like about you is your outlook or your perspective of things, your positive attitude. Um, what, like, did you just wake up with this, or like, what felt this? What made you this way?
So, my sophomore year of high school, I was bullied out of high school because of, my appearance and kind of the way that I was like quiet, not outspoken. And it made me make some really tough life decisions, like dropping out of high school, but then also re-enrolling in a different school and finishing kind of with, honors and a scholarship and things like that. And I just remember how fucking low like I felt at that point in time, and how disrespected and how underappreciated I felt. And I vowed to myself, like, that day, I will never let another human being feel the way that I did for that long. Since then, I've always tried to, promote the positivity, try to tell someone, like, don't worry about like things that you can't control, because it's going to happen regardless. You're wasting your energy on things that you can't control when you could be using it to boost more of a positivity, like positive outlook, positive perspective, things like that. So pretty much I vowed to that day that I would never let anybody feel the way that I felt. So that's why it's important to me that everybody feels like they can go to somebody regardless of what's going on, because I know what it feels like to be shut out. I know what it feels like to not have that support system that you need when you need it, regardless of how big or small it is.
Uh, one thing I want to get into with you is you're such a giving person, but what about Cam? How do you keep you
Me
making
and
sure you feel good?
honestly, sometimes I do. I tend to forget about myself a lot. And those that are extremely close to me, they know that. And when they start to see that happening, they kind of push me back on track to remind myself, like, hey, you need to focus on you too. Like, you matter too. Like, I know you love and care for all these people, but you matter too. And that's kind of when I just take the time to myself. I'm like, oh, you're right. I kind of do matter. So kind of just sometimes streaming honestly makes me feel better. Just being around you guys and having the atmosphere of love and positivity. Sometimes that's all I need to be okay. And then other times I need to talk to the people that I need to talk to and like, yo, this isn't going as well as I thought it was. Kind of need you right now. And 9 times out of 10, everybody I need is always there for me.
Um, you've been on this app for a while. What are some of your memorable experiences? Like, whoa, I
My
can't believe that just happened.
Um, honestly, let's see here. There's been a few times in the last, yeah. So when I hit my millie, I decided to do a cake smash with my cousin, who I've also brought into the streaming world and the app in itself. And pretty sure I experienced some whiplash with a cake to the face thanks to that person. Yeah, I was like, whoa, did that just happen? I'm pretty sure I had cake up here. Like, that COVID test ain't got nothing on me that cake hasn't touched at this point. Um, um, there's been times where, I mean, from a streaming perspective, that was a big moment for me, hitting my first milli as fast as I did, and now I'm almost to 7 milli, and it's crazy. And there's been other times where I've taken people's millies, and it's been like the most incredible feeling in the world. Like, I took Deadpool's 14th, I took JD's 15th. Like, it just feels good to be able to get people where they want to be.
Yeah, we can. That's something that we haven't talked about. Is you're also you're a giver, and therefore you're a gifter.
I am.
And
I am.
sometimes
I have an accidental purple badge at that.
accidental. How do you accidentally send diamonds? Click that
Um,
button and be like,
it's
"Whoops!"
not accidentally sending them. I know what I'm doing. It's more of a, wow, have I really hit the PayPal button that many times this month? Jeez. And then you get the constant bank calls like, ma'am, are you aware that this purchase of this much was made on your account on this date? And I'm like, yes. Was that you? Yes. Okay, well, we just want to make sure because you're spending a lot of money. I don't need you telling me that I'm spending a lot of money. I know. I
Um,
know. My wallet usually screams. Yeah, mine. Yeah, definitely.
so, could like I said, you do kind of both, and there's a lot of people on this app that do both, but there's also a a false belief that you're kind of paying yourself off, like you're basically gifting yourself by gifting people that gift you.
Right. And see,
Um,
that's how I look at it because the stuff that I gift, I never in my entire life will expect you to give that back in full, will expect you to give that back in even just the form of a love bear. What I do and when I gift people, it's because I truly see something remarkable in them and I truly see them as, a streamer that actually possesses good streaming qualities and genuinely cares about people. And yes, I do get very mad when you guys regift me. But like, I gift who I gift because I believe in them. Has nothing to do with me wanting them to get me back, wanting them to, check me out. No, when I gift, it's because I see something in them and I want to push them to their goals and get them where they want to be because I want them to succeed as much as, I am or any, the next person or Holly, even Holly. Like I want somebody to, succeed and do what they want to do and get to where they want to be as well.
there's there is a rough like edge between like spending like regretting what you spent. So how do you say, hey, I like you, I want to send you this much? Like, what is your way of saying you're worth this money?
Personality is everything to me. Being genuine is everything to me. If you throw off something that's completely falsified and you're this person one day and a completely different person the next day, I'm not going to vibe with you, for the simple fact that I don't like when people change up on people just because certain things happen in their life. That shouldn't define how you treat people. How people treat you and how you perceive things, that's how people should treat you, not based off of what has gone on in your life or things like that. That's kind of the friendships I've made. Like, if I know you're genuine and you genuinely care about the people that are in your streams and the people that are around you and that you surround yourself with good people, like, that's what's going to make me want to do that. Thank you, JD.
Yeah, really good advice by Cam. Um, the people are wanting to know, why a caterpillar?
So, throughout time, caterpillars have always been known to be the biggest stage of evolution. They are one thing and then they evolve completely into another thing. And I feel like being the caterpillar, I have that room to evolve into the absolute total human being that I want to be. Compared to where I've been, I've changed from there as well. So I feel like I've been in a constant stage of evolution in who I am as a person, and that's how I feel my emoji represents me, is because my emoji, I could be a butterfly one day. You never know. But that's the good thing about Caterpillar. It has the room to evolve and be what it wants to be one day.
So when do you think you'll become the butterfly?
When do I think I'll become the butterfly? Oof. I don't know, because I feel as a human being, I'm always growing. Like, I'm a high functioning anxious human being. Like, I get anxiety over everything. Like, it could be the simplest thing and it freaks me out still, but like, so I feel like as a human, I'm going to always be adjusting and changing and like growing as a human being from what I'm learning with, the people I meet, the experiences I have, things like that. So I don't know if I'll ever fully be a butterfly, because I'm changing all the time. And it's not me personally changing in the way that I treat you guys. It's I'm realizing things as a person and I'm responding from that point on to those situations as that new person. Yes,
All
we
right.
always.
Do you want to know a fun fact about butterflies? I have a
Of
fun
course I
fact
do.
for you.
Of course.
Butterflies don't see the color of their wings. Therefore, they never know how beautiful they are. And only you, as a human beings, can see how beautiful they are.
Wow, that was some hard hitting. Well, yeah, well, that hit the soul. If it didn't hit your soul, then we got a problem. That woke. That was extremely that was on my playing level right there. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Yeah. I appreciate you being on the show. Any last words, any advice to give to anybody?
Don't let anybody tell you guys can't be a streamer, because after all the hard work, dedication, multiple accounts, multiple badges I've been given, I still ended up right back in the same place, and I've met all these amazing people because of it. I was able to bring my sister into this world. I was able to bring my cousin and her roommate. Like, don't ever let anybody tell you can't be a streamer, because you definitely can be. Just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and it's not pure greed. Otherwise, you will never enjoy the experience truly, because you're expecting more than you're getting.
Once again, with the good advice from Cam. Thank you so much, Cam, for being on the show.
Thank you for letting me on it. We're
Forgot
never
this.
going to talk about
That's
the one
Christian.
milkshake smash. Never going to talk about the one milkshake smash again.
When do you go live?
When do I go live?
The schedule?
Right now, it was kind of all over the place because I've been in quarantine for the last 2 weeks from COVID. But I go back to work starting Monday, so probably about 5 or after Eastern time. Maybe 6.
So, just whenever you feel like.
Pretty much.
around
I've
that
been on
time.
almost every day, at least making an attempt to, hang out with you guys, whether how short or long it be. But when I'm on my work schedule, typically I'm on around 6 o'clock every night, and we hang out for a while and all of that.
Just a quick thing on the end of this is Christian mentioned that he just met you, and I know Christian for a while. So how do you meet? How do you meet Christian? I want to hear you tell the story.
I have me and Christian used to be in the same live streams all the time, and we would just say hi to each other and, from time to time. And then it was either an Alex's stream or Jillian's. We were actually talking, and I'm like, I think we could be friends. And then he showed up in my stream like a few days later, and ever since then we've been really good friends. Honestly, I love him.
All right, there you go. You both being sus together, stabbing each
Christian
other
sucks.
in the backs.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
for y'all that doesn't know who Cam is, make sure you guys favor her. Um, appreciate you being on the show, Cam.
Thank you for having me.
Give it up for Cam. It's a Cam, just the Cam. Let's hope she will never get COVID again, Cam. Uh, our next guest, he's kind of a, if like I say, if I had songs, I would say he's a rock star. Um, a lot of interesting stuff that I want to get into him. Kind of a vampire, if you will. Give it up for Ian.
On his Instagram if you want to know who's
Hey, what's up,
interviewing
guys?
next.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to play this for emoji. Give it up for this one. Just give it a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember to favorite Emojipedia if you haven't already. Follow him on his Instagram if you want to know who is he interviewing next.
What's up, guys? Hello. Hi.
So
What's
hello,
up?
fancy. I like it. I like it.
Yep.
So how is Ian? You know.
How's Ian? Ian's probably still sleeping right now. I don't know.
So
Time.
a lot of people don't know who you are. So who is Ian?
What's up, guys? My name is Ian Steven. I am apparently the Lord Vampire in this app. It's crazy. How did I get that? I also don't know.
I absolutely don't know. But
No,
you know,
actually,
you
no.
have a lot of things. Well, you have a lot of interesting stuff that you do. You're a singer, songwriter, a producer. You do. What else do you do?
Wow. What else do I do? Well, basically, I am a film and video producer here all the way in Malaysia. Guys, I'm in Malaysia. That's why I said the time differences is so different. Like sometimes I have to be like, okay, what time is it? Is it like daylight saving hours in the States or something? I don't know. But yeah, so I'm a film and video producer. I produce a lot of content. I produce commercials for lots of big brands, McDonald's, KFC, what else? A lot of telecommunication companies here in Malaysia, as well as Mitsubishi, Toyota, BMW, and all that kind of stuff. So I keep telling people, to whoever who are in Malaysia, and if you watch YouTube, those ads that you can't skip, I do apologize sometimes, but I need to feed my people.
So you're in. I thought you were in like Philippines or somewhere, but you're in Malaysia. So for people like me that don't know where Malaysia is, where's Malaysia?
Do you know where Singapore is?
I do. I know Singapore. Yeah.
All right, so we're just neighbors with Singapore, just up.
Neighbors of Singapore.
Yeah, just
And if
up
people
north.
don't know where Singapore is, where is Singapore?
Singapore is in between um, Malaysia and Indonesia. They're that small island there. In case you guys don't
Okay,
know, it's just down south of Thailand.
south of Thailand, next to
Yeah.
Indonesia, and if you know where Singapore, it's like neighbors to that.
Yep.
Are we good? We
Yeah.
found Malaysia. And what time is it in Malaysia?
What time is it in Malaysia currently? Right now, it is 8:48 a.m.
So you're what, 14 hours ahead?
Yeah, 14 hours ahead. So
Whoa.
crazy rich Asian. I think it's just crazy and Asian. I wish I was rich.
So good morning.
Yeah. Good morning.
No one. See, this is why I says like I don't know if he's gonna be here because he gets to get up so early.
Yeah.
But he made it from the
Okay,
future.
I think Emoji actually invited me for one of his shows previously. This is the
Uh-huh.
second time he invited me. The previous one, I think I either overslept because I got the time zone wrong, and then I truly apologize for that. And I'm right now here. I just wanted to be on your show. You have an amazing one, amazing show.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it. So we've mentioned some things, some spices of topic. You're singer songwriter. So
Mhm.
what 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 would you classify your like genre or style of singing?
Oh, okay. I have what do you call that? I'm very pop. I'm a top 40s like kind of kid. I listen to all whatever that's on the radio, that kind of thing. I play all those kinds of music inspired by. I always get different inspiration from different artists, and depends on what artists I listen to every week. So it's just like I just hop onto different genres. But at the end of the day, it will still just go back into pop. Not gonna lie. So to be honest with you, I'm not a professional singer songwriter artist here. I do manage. I have a management company that manage talent here in Malaysia. That's what I do as one of my business. But because I like singing. I just like entertaining everyone on my stream and everything. And I just decided to pick up the guitar one day and just play. And
Mhm.
that's it.
So the other part of Ian is this producer kind of
Hmm.
yeah, you produce. What's that like?
Yeah.
What have you done
All
there?
right. The producing life or the life of the entertainment industry is not as glamorous as everyone thinks. It's not Hollywood all the time. Yeah, everybody thinks like, oh my God, you get to walk on the red carpet. Yeah, there's a reason why they call it a red carpet because it's full of our blood, sweat, and tears. Crazy. it, it's a lot of hard work, and that is true. Um, there are times there. I think just 2 weeks back. 2 weeks back, I was producing 3 commercials. I can't name the client because they resigned off some papers, but I produced three different commercials for a client, and 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I only have about 10 hours of sleep. Can you imagine that? I don't think any one of you can do that.
2 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't even wrap my head around 2 weeks. Like I'm a very um I can
Yeah.
manage like under myself under like low
Mhm.
sleep, but not that much. I'm like, you know,
It is.
second
It is.
day, I try to and like back to sleep.
Yeah. When I
Crazy.
when I
So
saw
you really are a vampire.
Yeah, that's where the vampire thing came about as well. One of the reasons why is because of this lifestyle. But a true fact of how this vampire emoji came about was that I was challenging myself because I like challenging myself and doing things. And one of the things that I challenged myself earlier on in when I was just starting out streaming on this platform, I wanted to see how long can I go streaming without ending the stream. And I did the longest stream I've done was a 36 hours straight stream without sleeping,
36 hours.
entertaining, battling with people, going, yeah, talking. And my bouncers actually did gave me the emoji at the end of the day. They were like, "You deserve this vampire thing." Yeah.
All right.
They need to work hard. It is.
So-
It is.
I'm not. I'm surely I'm not the only person that has noticed this. Well, you had the thing
Mhm.
before that I appreciate. We've also had this little thing I wish I had. That's like,
Oh, that one.
that-
Follow me on Instagram thing. Yeah, I
like
tend to.
how so
I can give you
like
guys
how are
some
you
love.
doing stuff like that?
This is some
Yeah,
love
so
from the
you-
vampire.
So he also have bats flying. Whoa, flying at us and everything. We can.
Yeah.
So like, how are you doing that?
I am streaming with the software. I'm streaming on the computer. The software is called OBS. It's an open broadcast system. If you stream on Twitch, because I used to stream on Twitch before, I used to use OBS all the time, and I just basically implemented OBS into this stream, this vertical stream on a phone on this app. But at the end of the day, I'm still using a phone as my webcam. As you can see, it's all plugged up into my computer. This is a phone. The great thing about streaming on a phone like this, because nowadays mobile phone, the video quality is so good, and at the same time you have multi-camera, so you can basically just switch the cam to a wider angle if you like it. Hey, see everything, or a close up, and then you can get a close up again. Yeah.
Is there any other cool things that you can do? Like you've done the bat.
The best one. Okay, if I random battle someone, and if they are not the most kindest person in the world, I would always do this. I will be like, okay, yeah, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Yeah, yeah. Just keep talking. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna throw in a little bit of crowd sparkles. What else? A heart for you, confetti, and all this kind of stuff. It's pretty cool. They won't expect. They'll be like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then they start talking more.
Where did she go?
I'm back here. Yeah. Previously,
So
I
how
had
long you been
something.
on this?
Previously, I have something that's like this. Before I did that to actually troll people, I did people who I don't particularly like when I random battle. I would just do, okay, guys, I gotta be right back, and I self promote.
All right.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask. What did I want to ask? Yeah. How long have you been on this app for?
Right. I have been on this app for almost 5 years now. Almost 5 years. But I've only started streaming in the beginning of this year, about February. Yeah, during February when all the lockdown was like starting, I just decided to go live one day, just try it out. But before that, I was actually, like I said before, I was streaming on Twitch, and I had like an okay crowd. I wouldn't say like I'm not the biggest streamer there. 100 people average people coming to watch. I don't play games that much. I just bring everyone around an IRL stream, so it's called in real life, where I bring you go and see places, go and eat different kinds of food. That's why when Christian said food, I'm like, damn, food. I love food. We can talk about food. Yeah. And all that kind of stuff, just to show people what's life here in Malaysia is like, And from there, I decided because I found out that streaming on Meet Me, or for me, I'm streaming on Scout, It's a more simpler format where you just go live, type a description, and boom, you're basically on. Yeah.
Twitch is very, very complicated. You have all these bots and
It's so
everything.
complicated. What's gifts? By the way, just a fun fact, and not many people know about this. Fun fact. The first time when they had this like live feature thing, I think, no, they don't have this live feature. When I came in and I noticed that there's a live feature thing, I didn't know what are the gifts, and I accidentally went into some random streamer and I dropped a jet for no reason. I thought, what the heck is this? Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah.
Um, so just spent a random $120 on a random person.
Yeah, I didn't know what was it. I thought it was like, oh, this is support. I whoop whoop, like some emoji they put on. It was
Um,
like fun.
something we haven't talked about. I want to talk about.
All right,
We don't have that long, but we have a little bit of time. Is
sure.
Malaysia? What is it like in Malaysia?
Oh, it's hot, very hot. It gets
Like
pretty
what?
warm. The temperature in Malaysia can get up to in Celsius because we use Celsius here. Um, it's roughly about 34 degrees Celsius. So in Fahrenheit, let me just do a quick change.
I think
34
it's like
degrees
it's like
Celsius.
70.
It's about close to roughly about 100 Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So
100
you can,
Fahrenheit.
yeah, there you go,
93.
93.
That's hot. That's like burn your rubber shoes off. Like your shoes get
Yeah,
sticky. Like the
it
asphalt.
gets. Um, but yeah,
So it's
I do
hot.
miss the cold weather because I used to stay in Japan because for about a year when I used to study there. That's amazing. I miss the weather there. But ever since I came back to Malaysia, it's I don't know. I just feel like Malaysia is home because I'm born here. I'm born and raised here. Even though if you click on my bio, you can see that I'm so mixed and different kind of Asians. Um, but I still feel Malaysia is home because I was born and raised here, and that's one of the reasons why I still come back. No matter where I go overseas to work and or play or study, at the end of the day, I still come back here.
So you talked about food. What is like the food or like what is Malaysia food like?
Malaysia food is amazing. It's the best. We have before the lockdown, by the way, we have restaurants that run for 24 hours, 24/7. They don't close. We have something called nasi lemak. So
Mm.
nasi lemak means fatty rice in direct translation. But it's basically rice cooked in coconut milk and with some what do you call that, lemongrass. And on the side they have crispy chicken, or we call it chicken rendang. Sometimes they have sambal, which is like a chili paste with peanuts, anchovies, and yeah, it basically goes so well together. And maybe a fried egg. And you can have that as for breakfast, lunch, dinner, supper, or sometimes dessert if you like it, because we do have a gelato that is that flavor.
Oh, what's your favorite Malaysia food
Mhm.
or dish?
My favorite Malaysian food or dish? That is a very hard question to ask a Malaysian, just to let you know. We have so many food here. Um, if you guys can actually check it, ice could be the most valuable thing here in Malaysia. It's true. It's so hot, but uh, I think for me, in Malaysia, the best food so far that I can eat all day, every day is the one that I just described, is nasi lemak, NASILEMAK. Yeah, I think
And
that's like the. Mm.
that's like rice that's
Mhm.
fattening and
Yeah,
chicken.
Pizza all day, every day. Dude, Christian, we have nasi lemak. We have pizza that's flavored not like nasi lemak as well here in Malaysia. That's how crazy
What what
that dish
what is that? What is that dish? 'Cause you're just saying flavors. I'm like, what? How can this be flavored that? And like,
I don't know.
what
I don't
is
know.
it?
Maybe the tomato sauce, when you put on to the pizza, they change it to the chili paste or something, and they put anchovies on it, and then they put some fried rendang chicken, crack an egg in the middle. I don't know.
Is
It's
it
just
like a croissant or not a croissant, but like a is it like a hot pocket? Like what
okay.
like holds all this
Let's
stuff
see if
together?
I can do this. Let me see if I can do this.